Hello everyone, welcome to this here Maestro video. If you're not subscribed already, please remember to do so for more of this Maestro rebuild. In this episode, we're going to be taking the head off and having a look at the valves and everything, and the top of the pistons, and we're also going to be taking the sump off and having a look at that, and we may find our problem. So drop a comment below on what you think it is, follow the video along and enjoy it. This is more of a casual thing that I just enjoy doing on a Sunday. No, because it's the Queen's Jubilee, this video is going to be released on a Monday, so make a note of that, because obviously it's a momentous occasion. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I've got the head to the point where it's, there we are, that, and it smells increasingly like burning as you released it, obviously from its gasketed pressure. So we need to take it off now. So it's sort of the moment of truth, really. You need to obviously unhook all of these and, you know, figure out where they go. Well, make a note of what, you know, what cylinder they correspond to. But yeah, oh my gosh, we're pretty far. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So I think obviously I'm just going to continue taking it to pieces until I get my hands on an engine hoist and a stand, and then obviously the real work will probably commence then of rebuilding it. But I'm just going to rip it to pieces as much as I can, making notes of where I go, putting things in cardboard as you guys have suggested, which I really appreciate. But it's the moment of truth. The head is coming off, and by that burning smell, I think it's probably the bottom end, because the head looks fine. So let's nab that off. So the moment of truth you've all been waiting for. So after getting that one out of the way, move everything else to one side. It is now time. Oh, there we go.
Perfection, determined, professional, she, exceptional.
We're off. It's the metal accordion. Let's stick it over here. The rest of it. Let's have a good look at the cylinders and make sure they haven't rebored themselves. But that stinks, my guy, that stinks. It hasn't burned through the head gasket though, which is good, which is something I expected to watching a few YouTube videos, but we'll never know until we tidy this good old boy up. So continue taking this apart and get that off. Yeah, that looks in okay condition. I was expecting one of the in between the pistons to have burned through or something silly, but we're all right. So we now got our pistons there. It looks like oil is blowing by them, so I'll show you that now. So here we are. You guys be the judges, but I don't think that looks too hot. There's a significant, well then again the piston ring would surely sort that out, wouldn't it? Do I turn it over? No, I'm not going to bother doing that. I guess I could probably try. No, I'm not bothered. But yeah, if you look at that is a lot of carbon. Christ, that's like the surface of the moon. Look at that one as well. Look at all that carbon. My gosh. It's not looking too good, boys. And I'm not sure if you can see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, some of you guys will know way better than I will. There's a lot of scoring on there. You can see there's sort of, there's a lip here. Oh, there's a bit of a lip there. Okay, so this is how far we are. Now I want to take the sump off. I know I'm doing this in the world's weirdest way, but I'm not really that bothered, because I will get there however I get there. So yeah, next thing, take the sump off, drain the oil, which is what I'm going to be doing in a second. Look, so far, not so bad, but the amount of carbon build up on these is horrific. Look at all that. It's disgusting. I don't know why I'm touching it with my bare hand. That is bad. You expect some, but this is sort of an... See that? That smells like oil to me. I don't think there's supposed to be oil in these parts, but it definitely smells like oil. Maybe I'm wrong. That was just caked. That one, you can't get anything of that off. Obviously, that one's not too bad. You see, it's like a wear marker on there. Yes. F-U-C-K. Almost misspelled fuck there, but yeah, I don't know if... I think this is sort of quite a bad sign, but luckily we're this far. So I will now take the sump off, or attempt to. Let's see how it goes. There we go, oil's draining now. Very gloopy. I know I should have drained the oil before doing this, but I forgot. So here we are. That probably made the head a little bit harder to take off, but here we are finally taking it out. So yeah, just wait for that. This big IKEA bin, by the way, that I use, and then I pour it into one of those eco oil disposal things, which is pretty cool. I've used that about 6 or 7 times this week, it seems. So yeah, anyway, well, I'll wait for this to drain. Take a while because of obviously how the engine's cold, and then we'll get cracking even more. So here we are underneath the car. As you can see, I've already started taking the bolts of the sump out. There is just a few more at the back of here, and then we should be able to see the bottom end. So yeah, let's get to it. Taking these out. These are 12mm bolts. Well, yeah, they are 12mm bolts. So it should be fairly straightforward, this one. I've moved the manifold out of the way. I can't imagine this being too difficult to do in situ, but let's see. So as you can see there, a few more left to go. Then we should be off. Yes, I don't know where that accent came from, but here we are. Very oily. I just don't want to end up like a seagull in the Gulf of Mexico in 2007, I think it was. So yeah, natural tragedy there, but more environmental awareness, my guys. So let's get this off. He fucked up. Nah, it should be alright. Some of this might be like hair cam. Ooh, did you hear that? I can move the phone out of the way. It is sumpy. Oh no, I don't think I can take this off without... Oh, I can. This exhaust out of the way. Right, let's get it out. If you guys can see anything more than I can, but I can't. Don't think you can. As you can see, there's our oil pan. It's looking like it has some glittery bits in it. Something solid there. Oh, so that's a bit of metal. No, it just looks like a bit of something, just like sediment. Oh, you see those little metal bits in there at the bottom? You should be able to see them. Let me see if I can pick them up. There you go. A closer look. I've picked these up out of the sump. This is all metal shavings. So I believe that is probably a bearing that has gone on the big end. I'm not sure which bearing yet because we haven't got that far, but look at it, is shattered, it is mashed. So I think we found our issue. It's not with all this. However, this was good to take off as a bit of a learning experience, and I'm going to clean it all up and put it all back together properly. But it is obviously one of the bearings of the big end. So let's go take a look under the car, and we'll see if we can spot anything. But I spotted a bit of like I think a bit of what's it called, markings on one of the ends of the con rods. So let's have a look. Right, so let's look. I ain't sure if we're going to be able to see much from this, but it's my assumption that I'm going to need to take all of this out, because obviously that's the crank. You can see the camshaft up there. Then you've got the con rods and the pistons and all that jazz. And then obviously the bearings are in under here. So obviously, so there's our oil pickup. And then of course you've got our camshaft, the crank, and that's the markings I was telling you about. So that I'm not sure what that could be caused by, but I have a big feeling that it's this here. What is that? Why does that look like it's not supposed to be there? Why does that look like it's not supposed to be there? I don't know. Yeah, I could be chatting absolute poop, but yeah. So we're gonna need to loosen these off and obviously take these out. But the question is, do we do that now? Yes, no, maybe so. I guess we may, or we may not. But you will have to see in a moment whether or not I decide to do that. So everybody, that's about it. We have taken the head off and inspected that. No issues there. We've taken the sump off and found those lovely little bits. It was like one of them Amazon glitter bomb thief pranks in my oil sump. So yeah, it's probably a bearing. So next episode, because I don't have a 12-point socket this one, hence why I teased that at the end. So I'm gonna have to go buy one. I know in my Halfords toolkit the bigger one that you can get, it doesn't come with that. Who would have thought, eh? So in the next episode, you will probably see me taking those pistons out and finally finding what the issue is. But depending on what it is, it might not end up being a full rebuild. I might just end up replacing those bearings, whacking it all back together and seeing if it doesn't blow up. But, you know, drop us a comment below. I'm trying my best not to take the engine out because I don't have an engine hoist. So after that, and once it's running again, I'm hoping we can then take all of this front end off and look underneath, as well as sort that back sill out and the back arches, and I'm going to hopefully do that myself. So again, everybody, absolutely fantastic. Comment below what you think it might be in anticipation for the next video. Remember to subscribe. Of course, it's been one of those. I'm quite happy with the progress on today's video. Might not seem like a lot, but it was a lot to do that. So yeah, first time I've ever done it. Any tips below, let me know. And thank you for watching. Keep watching. Remember to subscribe for more of this here. Maybe the Maestro content, because she's going to be back soon.